Hi, it's Mark from Top Local Lead Generation. We're here with Mr. Bernie Pollock of Pollock Automotive in Vancouver. Got through some technical difficulties this morning. How are you doing today, Bernie?
Doing very well.
So we're going to talk about a Nissan Pathfinder. What's going on with this vehicle?
This vehicle came to us for maintenance service, for an oil change, and just a general inspection. So we had a look over it, did our usual oil service. And what we noted was the rear differential fluid looked pretty dirty and needed a service.
So what did you find when you did the differential fluid service?
Well, what we found was a very, very metal file covered differential drain plug. And as I say, a picture says 1,000 words. So let's just have a look at a picture of what this particular thing looks like.
Oh.
So that is the drain bolt removed from the bottom of the differential. And basically that bolt has a big long magnet sticking through it. It's meant to capture particles of metal that do wear out on differentials. They use these things in various components on vehicles. I'm just going to stop the screen sharing for a second here and get back to talking. Yeah, most manufacturers will put a magnet inside a differential or inside a transmission to capture metal particles that might, for things that might break and float around and prevents further damage. So what we're looking at there is a lot of metal particles. I mean, it's okay to have like a couple of little flakes, but that was excessive and indicating there's some severely worn parts inside the differential. Also, once Nigel was doing the service on it, drained the oil out and pulled that plug out and found it, he poked his finger around and got a few more bits and pieces of chunks of metal. So it wasn't a good sign.
So could you find the cause of the wear?
No, we couldn't. And interestingly enough, I drove this vehicle probably 10 or 15 kilometers before we did a service on it. And I didn't hear any noise from the differential at all. There was nothing to me to indicate there's any problem whatsoever. So it sounded really good. This differential is the way it's designed. There's no removable cover. Some vehicles have a removable cover that you can take off and you can inspect, which often helps in finding problems. But with this vehicle, the way it's designed, you have to take the differential out a different way. You can't see anything more. So we don't really know what's causing it, but I'd say it's probably not a bearing, because otherwise if it was a bearing, there'd be a lot of noise driving it. It's going to involve further dismantling at some point in time.
So what would be the next step for this vehicle?
Well, one of a couple things. A, the owner could just keep driving it until some worse noises occur. Or B, to actually take the differential out, examine it, and find out what's going on with it. Unfortunately, with something broken like this, things may fail in a hurry. There could be something that's actually going to break apart. Often with bearings, it gives you a warning that something's worn out and you need to fix it. But with this kind of thing, you never know. But I'd say the next step would be to take the differential out, take it apart, and find out what's wrong with it and fix it. And that would be what I'd suggest.
So how are Nissan Pathfinders? They've been around for a long time.
They're excellent vehicles. I was to say about this Pathfinder too. This one had about 180,000 miles on it, and really drove like a brand new truck. Now the owner tells me he's replaced the engine and had a couple other issues with it, so that helps keep it in good shape. But 180,000 miles is a long distance, and as I said, the truck, it runs like brand new. Overall, they're very good vehicles. I often think of them comparable to Toyota 4Runners. They're not quite as robust as a 4Runner, but they're substantially lower in cost. I mean, they're much cheaper to buy. They're almost as reliable, maybe not quite as reliable, but pretty close. I mean, they're a great vehicle. They've been around a long time. Every generation's been quite reliable, although as I say, they probably need a few more repairs than a Pathfinder. Sorry, a Toyota 4Runner. Getting my SUVs confused here. But yeah, great vehicle overall.
So if you're looking for service on your vehicle, the guys to call in Vancouver are Pollock Automotive. You can reach them at 604-327-7112. Remember, they're 16-time winners of Best Auto Repair in Vancouver as voted by their customers. Or you can check out their website, pollockautomotive.com. Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks, Mark. Talk to you again soon.